You lie there again, staring at that thin strip of light on the wall as your chest tightens and your stomach sinks. The room is quiet, yet your mind keeps replaying words and moments that now feel poisoned. My child, I am right here in this room with you. The way your hands curl around the edge of the blanket, the sting in your eyes when you see their name on old messages, the small flinch when someone says, God-given near you now. I see all of it. I know how deep this cut goes. It feels like the very place you trusted me most has become the place that hurts you most. You once called that relationship a gift from my hand, something holy you prayed over and trusted. You prayed, you waited, you asked me for guidance. You thought the story was holy because you invited me into it. Now you sit here asking if you were foolish, or if I was cruel, or if everything you thought about my love was a lie. Hear me. You are not foolish, and I am not cruel. You were honest with your heart. You loved with sincerity. You tried to honor me with what you understood. It is the one who betrayed you, the one who lied, the one who abused your trust, who chose against the light they were given. They used a gift of freedom against you, but that misuse was never my desire for you. I saw the nights you knelt by your bed and whispered with a small, trembling hope that this love was from me. I watched you plan a future in your mind, picture a home, imagine faith and tenderness shared. I also saw the hidden messages they sent, the double life they lived, the mask they wore when they spoke my name in front of you. Every lie burned against my heart long before it shattered yours. You wonder now if you misheard every whisper, if every moment of peace in that season was just illusion. You ask if I ever truly spoke, or if you were only convincing yourself because you wanted it so much. The shame of I should have known sits on your shoulders like a heavy coat. Beloved, I will not pile blame on top of your pain. Stop punishing yourself for what you could not see. Deception is designed to stay unseen until it breaks. Your kindness, your trust, your willingness to hope, these are not failures in you. They are parts of your heart that I cherish and that I still intend to protect. Feel your own breathing for a moment. Feel how shallow it becomes when the memories rush back. You tense at the thought of promises they made while secretly planning something else. You remember how they said, God is in this, while carrying secrets in the same breath. That mixture of my name with their betrayal is what wounds you so deeply. I know that when you hear about my promises now, your chest tightens instead of relaxing. When someone says, God is faithful, you think of the nights you cried after another discovered lie. When you hear, God keeps his word, you remember the human promise that broke you, and you wonder if I am any different. So listen closely to me here. I did not betray you. The collapse of that relationship is not my it is the fracture of a human heart that did not stay true. I did not stand behind their abuse. I did not nod along with their deception. I did not bless the way they used my name to win your trust and then discarded your heart as if it were nothing. I stood beside you when you did not yet know what was happening. I watched each small red flag you tried to ignore because you wanted to protect what you believed I had given. I stayed near when you excused pain as normal struggle and told yourself that all relationships are hard. I was not angry at you for trying to hold on. I was grieved for you because you were carrying a weight you were never meant to carry alone. Even now, as you lie in this dim room, part of you wants to push every word about my love away. You feel tempted to shut your heart completely, not only to people, but to me. You think, if trusting God leads me here, I do not want this again. That thought scares you, yet it keeps circling back. I am not offended by that thought. I know it grows out of pain, not rebellion. You loved in my name, and you were deeply wounded in my name. Your heart is trying to protect itself the only way it knows, by building walls around anything that sounds like surrender or hope. You are tired of phrases like God has a plan when what you feel is ruin, not order. So let us start smaller, here in this room, with the simplest truth I can place in you tonight. You are breathing. Your heart is still beating under my hand. I sit beside your bed like a father who refuses to walk out, no matter how many angry questions you ask. If all you can say to me is, I do not believe your love right now, then say it. Say it here, in this quiet. Let your jaw tremble. Let the tears sting your eyes. Let the words come out. I hear honesty as a kind of courage, even when it sounds like doubt. You may feel filthy for having stayed so long. You may feel foolish for having defended them. You may feel angry at yourself for calling that story God-given and sharing that phrase with others. I do not call you filthy, foolish, or naive. I call you mine. Feel the weight of the blanket on your legs, the cool air on your face, the ache in your chest that will not loosen. I am present in all of that. I am not standing at a distance, waiting for you to move on or to say the right faith words. I am close enough to feel every small shiver in your body. You ask, if you loved me, why did you let this go so far? Why did you not push me away sooner? Why did you let me call this from you? These are not questions I despise. These are questions of a heart that believed I was good and is trying to make sense of its devastation. I will not answer every why tonight, but I will do something gentler first. I will sit in the raw place with you. I will hold your story as something sacred instead of casual. I will treat your heart as something precious, not as a lesson to be explained. Let this be the first gentle thread I place back into your heart. My love for you did not end where their faithfulness ended. My promises to you did not shatter when their promises broke. What failed you was not my heart, but a human heart that would not stay true. You do not have to accept this fully yet. You do not have to feel peace to be in my presence. You only have to allow one small corner of your heart to remain open to the possibility that I am still here. As you stare at that familiar crack in the ceiling, as you run your thumb over the place on your finger where a ring used to press, as you feel the empty space beside you in the bed or at the table, know this. I have not stepped away from your side. There is a chair in the quiet of this room that you barely notice, just a simple piece of furniture against the wall. In my kindness, I choose it as my place tonight. I sit there, unhurried, watching over you. I am not rushing you to heal. I am simply staying. In the days ahead, we will walk deeper into what this betrayal has done to your trust in me. We will touch the places where my promises feel like broken glass. For now, breathe once more and know, I am the one who did not leave. Your breath is still uneven, and the room has not changed, yet the quiet cuts a little less sharply tonight. The chair where I sat beside you remains in the same place, steady and near. That is where we begin again. My child, you do not have to act brave for me. You shift under the blanket, and even that small movement carries the weight of anger and disappointment. The ache in your chest has not softened yet. Your mind still circles the same questions, and your shoulders stay tense as if preparing for another blow. I see every flicker of pain that rises when the memories push against you. Let me say this with care. I am not rushing you. There is no divine timeline you are failing to meet. There is no expectation that you should have already crossed through this grief or regained some polished faith. You have been wounded in a sacred place inside you. That wound needs room to breathe. Feel how your fingers settle against the fabric near your ribs. That small pressure is where your grief hides tonight. You have been holding yourself together for so long that your own body barely knows how to relax. The trembling you try to hide is not weakness. It is the sign of a heart that has endured too much silence and too many shadows. I am with you in that trembling. You wonder if I am disappointed in your doubt. You wonder if I am tired of your questions. You wonder if my love thins when your trust struggles to rise. Hear me. I do not love you less because you are hurting. I do not lose patience because you are confused. I do not stand back when your faith feels small. Come closer to this truth. You are still mine. You sit in this dim room as if you want to fold yourself into the low light. You do not want to be seen in this state. You feel half angry and half numb and barely able to pray. Yet I see you with tenderness, not judgment. The places where you feel most ashamed are the places I lean toward with the most compassion. Let your shoulders drop a little. Even if the relief is small, let it be honest. You have carried words inside you that were never meant to define you. Used, unworthy, not enough, too trusting. None of these are the names I give you. You are beloved. Your value did not come from the one who betrayed you. Their betrayal cannot erase it. Your worth was never dependent on their loyalty. Their disloyalty cannot diminish it. Your identity was not anchored in their choices. Their failures do not stain who you are. Feel the air around you now. It is not empty. It is the quiet space where I sit close to you. My presence steadies the trembling inside your chest. When the memories surge, breathe once. Slow. Allow that breath to show you that pain does not have full control over you. You have asked me more than once if it was all a lie. You mean the relationship, but part of you fears the question reaches to my heart as well. You wonder if every moment of peace you felt in that season was counterfeit. You fear that your ability to hear me is damaged beyond repair. Listen. What happened to you was a violation of trust, not a failure of guidance. You heard me in the ways your heart could hear at the time. You felt me in the places that were open to my voice. I did not deceive you. I walked with you through every moment, even when the truth about the other person was hidden. I stayed when they left. Let that settle for a moment inside you. Let it rest beside the raw edges inside you. You do not have to accept it fully yet. You only need to allow the possibility that I am still the safest place for your heart. Your eyes drift toward the window where faint city light lies across the floor. That gentle glow is the first whisper of steadiness tonight. No sudden clarity, no dramatic breakthrough, only a quiet shift, like the stillness before dawn. You ask if healing is even possible. Your heart feels splintered, and you fear the pieces no longer fit. You fear you will never trust again. Not people, not yourself, not me. Child of mine, trust does not rush. It returns slowly. It returns in breaths, in small moments of honesty, in gentle reminders that you are not alone. It returns when the fear loosens for a single second and you feel the faintest thread of peace move inside your chest. It returns when you stop trying to rebuild everything at once. It returns when you allow me to hold what you cannot carry. I am here tonight to steady your heart, not to pull belief out of you. when your faith feels like a thin thread, I hold that thread in my own hand. When your strength is low, I remain steady. When your hope flickers, I guard the flame. Do not rush your healing. Do not shame yourself for slow days. Do not measure your worth by how quickly you trust again. Let this truth stay with you as the room sinks deeper into quiet. I did not step away from you when everything fell apart. I remain in this room with you still. As you rest your head a little deeper into the pillow, notice how the tightness in your chest releases by the smallest degree. That is enough for tonight. And tomorrow, when you wake and feel the ache return, you will not face it alone. Morning light reaches the wall before your eyes are fully open to it. You lie still for a moment, unsure if you are ready for another day with the same weight in your chest. Yet there is something softer in the quiet today. The air feels a little less heavy on your chest. The chair is still in its place, and I am here before the first thought tightens your breath. My child, you are waking with the same memories, but you are not waking alone. You blink slowly and notice how your eyes hesitate to decide whether to stay open. This hesitation is familiar. It is the same feeling that meets you in every morning since the betrayal became undeniable. A blend of fear, fatigue, and the hope that maybe the ache will be lighter today. I see all of this. Let your breath come naturally. You do not need to brace yourself for impact. Your mind begins to stir. The painful images rise in order. The moment you found the message that changed everything. The look on their face when you confronted them. The tone they used when they blamed you for their own choices. These memories try to pull you under before you are even fully awake. Before they reach you completely, my presence wraps gently around your heart. Notice this. You are not stepping into your morning without me. The weight does not land on you first. It passes through my presence before it reaches you. Turn your head slightly on the pillow. Feel how the fabric rests gently against your cheek. This small sensation is one of the ways I anchor your awareness in the present moment, instead of letting your sorrow pull you back into the past. You often feel that heartbreak should not still cut this sharply. You think you should be stronger by now. But hear me clearly. Healing is not measured by speed. It is measured by honesty and presence. Let yourself be here. Let yourself feel without running from it. You rest a hand near your ribs. You sense how your breath moves in that fragile space. This is where your trust was torn. You trusted someone deeply. You offered the most sincere parts of your heart. You believed that what you shared was safe. None of this was naive. Hear this with care. Your capacity to love is not what harmed you. What wounded you was the failure of someone who did not protect what you gave. They misused the access you opened. They took your sincerity and mishandled it. You carry the consequences of their choice, but their choice does not define you. You ask if you misread every sign you were given. You worry that your heart led you into danger. You fear that if you trust again, the pain will repeat itself. These fears are understandable, but they are not the full truth. You are reading your story through the lens of a fresh wound. Look at your hands. They are still steady even in sorrow. These are hands that have embraced love with honesty. These are hands that have reached toward me on nights filled with grief. They do not tell the story of someone who is blind or careless. They tell the story of someone who loves with purity. Your intuition is not broken. Your ability to discern is not lost. Your heart did not betray you. What deceived you was a person who chose to hide their truth. The responsibility for that deception does not belong to you. Let that truth sit gently inside you for a moment. You shift your legs under the blanket. Even this small movement reveals how deeply exhausted your heart is. You want clarity, but fear what it will show you. You want peace, but feel unworthy of it. You want to understand why this happened, yet every attempt leaves you drained. I am with you in every part of this struggle. You have asked me why I did not stop the relationship sooner. You want to know why I allowed you to hope for something that would break. You ask why I did not expose the deception while there was still time to protect your heart. These questions are not wrong. They are the language of a heart searching for somewhere safe to stand. Let me speak gently here. I did not abandon you to pain. I walked with you through every step. I was near when your heart still felt hopeful. I was near when the truth was hidden. I was near when your world began to shake. And I am near now, in the quiet after everything collapsed. There are pieces of your story you cannot see yet. Not explanations that justify the betrayal, but truths that will help your heart heal. In time, you will see that what broke you is not greater than the one who heals you. Breathe slowly. Let your lungs fill. Let the tension ease by a small measure. Healing begins in moments like this. When you let your breath flow without forcing it. When you allow your heart to know that it is still held. You fear that you will never trust again. You fear that you will always second-guess yourself. You fear that everyone you meet will carry the same hidden danger. You fear that even my promises will feel fragile. Child of mine, trust comes back one breath at a time. It returns in honest moments like this one. It returns when your thoughts begin to soften instead of tighten. It returns when you stop demanding that your heart heal all at once. It returns when you let me hold the parts that hurt the most. You are not failing. You are in the middle of healing. Look at the morning light. It stretches farther across the wall now. It does not erase the pain, but it shifts the atmosphere. It shows that time is moving. Your story is moving. Your heart is not trapped. Sit up slowly if you want, or remain as you are. Either choice is safe with me. Notice how your spine moves. Notice the small stretch in your back. These gentle physical sensations help your heart remember that it is still alive, still capable of grounding, still capable of being held. You have carried guilt mixed with your grief. You blame yourself for staying as long as you did. You blame yourself for believing their words. You blame yourself for giving too much. You blame yourself for daring to want something good. These accusations have never come from me. Hear my voice with clarity. You are not to blame for another person's deception. Your hope was sincere. Your love was real. Your desire for a future was honest. These are not flaws. These are reflections of the goodness I placed within you. Let your shoulders relax. Even if the release is small, let it come honestly. You do not need to earn your healing. You only need to allow yourself to be present. You are safe here with me. Your heart has been quietly questioning its worth. You wonder if you were not enough. You wonder if something in you pushed them away. You wonder if your pain is proof of your unworthiness. Listen closely. Your worth has never been attached to the loyalty of another person. Your value has never depended on someone else's ability to love you well. Your identity does not rise or fall with another person's choices. You are mine. That truth does not move. Turn your attention back to the chair for a moment again. It is simple, quiet, and steady. That is what my presence is for you today. I sit with you without pushing you. I do not demand that you be cheerful. I do not require that you push the pain away. I stay because your heart matters to me. When the memories return later today, and they likely will, I will still be near. When the ache rises suddenly in your chest, I will still stay near. When you find yourself replaying the moment of betrayal, I will still be near. You will not face any of it by yourself. Let the light on the wall remind you that this day still has space for gentleness. Let your breath remind you that you are held. Let my presence remind you that your story is not finished. You are loved. You are seen. You are not abandoned. And when your heart trembles again, I will be here every single time it does. You sit up slowly, letting the blanket fall to your lap. The morning light grows brighter, tracing a soft line across the floor. Your body feels heavy, not from sleep, but from the weight of everything you have been carrying for so long. The air is cool on your skin. Your breathing is steady, yet a familiar pressure settles beneath your ribs. My child, I see the thoughts forming before they ever reach your lips. You lower your gaze to your hands, and something sharp moves through your chest. It is not just sadness. It is a quiet shame you rarely name. You blame yourself for staying, for trusting, for believing in promises that were broken. You replay moments when you chose grace, and now you wonder if those moments exposed you to harm. Let me sit with you inside this part of your heart. You do not want to speak these thoughts aloud. They feel too heavy, too tangled, too painful. Some of them sound like accusations toward yourself. Some of them sound like regret. Some of them sound like anger that has nowhere to go. None of this intimidates me. You bring your knees closer to your chest, and the room feels smaller for a moment. You remember the conversations you defended. You remember the excuses you made on their behalf. You remember the nights you prayed for clarity while suppressing the small voice inside that sensed something was wrong. You replay these moments as proof that you were weak. Hear me clearly. They do not prove that. Lean back slightly against the wall and feel its cool surface support you. You have spent so long standing guard over your own heart that you barely know how to rest. But rest is exactly what this part of healing needs. You were not weak when you believed the best in someone. You were not weak when you chose forgiveness. You were not weak when you tried to protect the relationship. These choices came from the goodness and sincerity at the core of who you are. Your heart has always leaned toward hope, not denial, and that matters. There is a difference. Today, I need you to see it. You swallow once, and the taste of old disappointment rises again. You think about the moments when you felt something was off, yet pushed it aside because you wanted to believe in the story. You accuse yourself of having been blind. You were not blind. You were trusting, and someone misused that trust. There is a sacred gentleness in genuine trust. It allows love to grow. It allows connection to form. It allows people to feel truly seen. Trust is not foolish. Misusing trust is what shatters the heart. Place a hand gently over your chest. Feel the warmth beneath your palm. This is where the deepest self-blame hides. Not in the memories themselves, but in the meanings you attach to them. You told yourself that if you had been wiser, stronger, or less open, you would not be here now. That belief is a burden you were never meant to hold. You turn your face slightly toward the window as the light widens across the floor. It touches the edge of the chair where my presence rests with you. I am here with you, so you do not walk through this part alone. You ask why the betrayal cut so deeply. It is not only because someone broke your trust. It is because they broke it in a place where you invited me. You prayed over the relationship. You saw it as sacred. You believed the future held blessing. When it fell apart, you felt abandoned not only by them, but by my hand as well. This is the wound beneath the first wound. Let me speak into it. Your prayers were not wasted. Your sincerity was not wasted. Your desire for something holy was never wasted. What was broken was not the love you offered. What was broken was the integrity of the person who received it. I never blessed the deception. I never endorsed the lies. I never supported the moments when they used my name to gain your trust. I did not stand with them in their betrayal. I stood with you. Let this truth settle in you for a moment. You pull your legs a little closer, as if trying to shield your heart. I see the urge to withdraw, to retreat behind emotional walls, to vow that you will never trust anyone again. That instinct is natural. When a heart is wounded this deeply, it seeks safety in isolation. But isolation can only protect you for a short time. It cannot heal what was broken. Healing requires presence, truth, and the slow, gentle rebuilding of trust. Not trust in everyone, not trust without discernment. Trust in me first. Trust in the steadiness of my hand. Trust that I do not abandon you in the places where others failed you. Take a slow breath and let it travel all the way down into your stomach. Feel the way your chest rises. Feel the soft release in your shoulders. Your breathing reveals something you need to know. Your heart is tired, but it is still capable of opening. It is not closed forever. It is surviving the pain. It is searching for something true. It is still tender enough to feel my nearness. This tenderness is not weakness. It is a deeper kind of strength. You remember moments when you tried to share your pain with others, but felt misunderstood. Some minimized your suffering. Some told you to move on. Some hinted you should have known better. Their words only added to your burden. I do not speak to you like that. I receive your story as sacred. I honor the honesty in your tears. I value the courage it takes to sit with your pain instead of running from it. I do not tell you to hurry. I do not tell you to pretend that everything is fine. You do not need to protect yourself from me. Look around the room again. The light is stronger now. It touches your hands. It reaches your shoulders. It illuminates the space you thought was too dark last night. This is how healing works. Slowly, quietly, steadily, you are learning to breathe again in a world that hurt you. You are learning to find safety in my presence. You are learning that your heart is still capable of truth. Put both feet gently on the floor and feel the solid ground beneath you. This small act reminds your body that it is supported. You are not falling. You are not losing control. You are anchored. Now listen to me with your whole heart. You did not deserve what happened to you. Your worth did not cause this betrayal. Your love did not invite this pain. Your hope was not a mistake. The wrong was theirs, not yours. Let this truth sink in deeper. Your story does not end at the moment where someone failed you. Your heart does not stay frozen in the place where trust was broken. Your future is not determined by the cruelty or carelessness of another human being. You are held by me. You are guided by me. You are restored by me. And even here, in this quiet room, with your heart still trembling, I am shaping a future for you that is rooted in truth, not deception. I am not finished with your story. Your hands still tremble when you remember the last words they said to you. The window light rests on your shoulder and reveals how tired your body is. I see how your breath struggles to settle after each thought, whispering that everything was your fault. I am here. Let this nearness be your first strength today. You sit on the same chair that held you through the worst nights. Your fingers trace the edge of the seat as if to check if the world is still solid. You wonder if anything beneath you can hold your weight or your story. In this small room, I steady you and what shakes inside your chest. My presence does not depend on the words someone else threw at you. The light touches the side of your face with a quiet glow. You feel exposed when the memories rise. You fear that my promises were tied to the relationship you lost. Hear me clearly. My promises were never anchored to someone who could walk away. They were anchored to me, to the one who does not break vows. A sharp breath gathers in your throat. I notice it. I know the sting behind it. You tried to rebuild trust so many times that your soul still holds the shape of the effort. I do not shame you for that. Your desire to love was sincere. Your willingness to forgive was real. What shattered was not caused by your lack of devotion. Your eyes lower to your hands again. The room fills with a silence that presses against your thoughts. You ask if you misheard me when you believed that relationship was a gift. You wonder if you misread every sign. Let me answer with gentleness. I gave you the ability to hope. I gave you the tenderness that made you try. I did not give you the betrayal that shattered what you held. Your breath softens as you sit back. The chair creaks slightly. The sound grounds you. I use even this quiet sound to remind you that I meet you in real moments, not imagined ones. Every part of your life that still feels fragile is known to me without judgment. There is a small shift in your chest. You want to believe that you can stand again, and you want to trust your ability to love without fearing the next wound. This desire is the beginning of strength. I am cultivating it without rushing you. You place your hand over your heart and feel its uneven rhythm. I place my steadying presence over that rhythm. I do not erase your memories. I guide your pulse back toward peace. Even now, the light near the window brightens as if echoing what I am doing inside you. Your thoughts wander toward the question you have been afraid to ask. You fear that your worth was tied to the one who left. You fear that the betrayal exposed some hidden flaw. Lean closer now. I am not afraid of your question. You are not broken beyond my reach. Your value does not come from a person who failed to stay. Your breath deepens. The room grows warmer. You feel the weight on your shoulders begin to ease. I am lifting it with patience. I am lifting it without demanding that you pretend to be healed. My authority is not a force that overwhelms you. It is the strength that sits with you in the quiet until your fear begins to loosen. Look at your hands again. They have carried more than they were made to bear. They have reached for someone who could not hold them. I cover your hands with my unseen steadiness. I give them back the dignity of belonging to someone who will not mishandle them. Your eyes lift toward the window. The light shifts across the wall. It forms a soft pattern that seems to breathe with you. I use simple things to speak to you, even the glow on the wall that reminds you hope can return in small ways before it rises in full. You'll remember moments when you wanted to scream for clarity. You begged for a sign that would explain why your love was not enough to keep what you cherished. I do not answer with blame. I answer with truth. Love is not measured by how tightly you held someone who refused to stay. Love is measured by the courage to give from a sincere heart. You lean back and close your eyes for a brief moment. Your chest rises more steadily. I stay close to this steadiness. I amplify it. I make room for it to grow until you can feel the difference between my voice and the voice of betrayal. You wonder if you will ever trust my promises again. Betrayal has a way of twisting what is sacred. It makes you question the very ground you once stood on. Hear me clearly now. My faithfulness is not fragile. My voice does not shift with someone else's choices. I remain the same in every season of your heart. Your breathing evens out as you open your eyes again. The room feels different, though nothing has changed physically. But something inside you has begun to stand. This is the quiet rise of strength. This is the beginning of rebuilding a trust that rests on me rather than on the memory of a broken vow. You touch the edge of your sleeve and feel the soft fabric. This small sensation tells you that you are still alive, still able to feel, still capable of healing. I am with you in this moment. I am with you in the next. I am with you when fear tries to pull you backward. You shift your posture and the chair supports your weight with a gentle firmness. This is how my promise supports you. Not with pressure, not with threat, with steadiness that meets your weakness without rejection. Your thoughts drift toward what lies ahead. You do not need to rush. You do not need to define your future today. Let this part be enough. Let this small rise inside your spirit be the seed that grows into trust again. Tell me the question that still lingers. I am already listening. Your question still lingers in the air of this quiet room. It rests near your chest, the way a soft ache settles after a long night. The morning light touches the floor and moves gently toward your feet, as if urging you to breathe a little more deeply. I am here. Let this steady nearness guide you through what comes next. You sit back in your chair and feel the curve of the seat press against your spine. The shape reminds you that your body has survived more than your mind has admitted. Your fingers rest on your knees as your thoughts begin to move in slow waves. I see the honest tremble inside you. I do not rush you. The question you carry is simple on the surface, yet heavy in meaning. You want to know if anything good remains after such betrayal. You want to know if beauty can survive inside a heart wounded this deeply. Let us walk through this gently. Your eyes drift toward the window. The glow has shifted into a warmer, almost golden shade. You feel a quiet stir of memory that comes forward without force. I bring it gently because I know how sharply memories can cut. I choose the ones that heal rather than harm. You remember a moment long before the betrayal, a moment when you laughed without caution, a moment when your heart felt open and honest. That version of you still exists. That sincerity was never lost. It was never taken from you. It rests beneath the ache like a seed waiting for its season. Your breath deepens. You feel the chair hold your weight. You feel me holding what the chair cannot carry. You are remembering what pain tried to erase. You are remembering the quiet goodness that once shaped how you saw the world. Your hands rise slowly and rest near your heart. There is warmth there now. Not bright joy, but a small living warmth. This is remembrance. This is the first sign that your spirit is beginning to trust that goodness can return again. You think about the times you showed kindness without expecting anything. You think about the evenings when you stayed patient with someone who did not understand you. You think about the way you once loved without calculation. These memories surface, not to shame you, but to remind you of the strength shaped by your compassion. Your eyes grow gentler as you let these thoughts settle. I remind you of these moments because they are part of you. They are still yours. Betrayal wounded you, but it did not redefine you. It did not erase the light that I placed in your soul. You inhale slowly and feel the subtle shift in your chest. This is gratitude rising quietly. Gratitude does not deny the pain you endured. It simply reveals that something deeper remains untouched. Gratitude is the whisper that refuses to fade even when sorrow speaks louder. Your gaze returns to your hands. They look steadier than before. You notice a light warmth along your palm. I place that warmth there. I speak through it. I show you that healing is not always loud or sudden. Sometimes it is a soft glow inside the hand that once reached for someone who let go. There is a memory you avoided because it once made you wonder if you were foolish. But now, as light moves across the floor, you see it differently. You see your sincerity, your courage, your faithfulness. These were never signs of naivety. They were signs of a heart capable of loving deeply. Your shoulders drop as tension releases. You did not realize how tightly you were holding yourself. I soften the weight and cover your shoulders with my quiet strength. You are safe in this moment. You are safe to remember your goodness without fear. You whisper a small thought inside your mind. You wonder if you will ever feel grateful again for anything beyond survival. You wonder if peace can return in a way that feels real. Yes, it can. Peace comes in small breaths before it becomes a steady rhythm. Your head tilts slightly as you begin to listen. You hear the faint sound of the day beginning outside the window. A bird calls in the distance. A soft breeze lifts the curtain for a moment. These simple sounds carry reminders. Not everything in your life has turned against you, beloved. Not everything has been dark. You place a hand on the arm of the chair. The texture grounds you. You realize that even now, something inside you wants to believe in light again. Something inside you wants to reach toward hope. This reaching is not weakness. It is resilience beginning to unfold. Your eyes close as a quiet wave of warmth spreads through your chest. I stand close to this warmth. I nurture it without demanding that you pretend to be whole. I walk with you through remembrance so you can see what betrayal could not take. You breathe in deeply. You let the air fill you with calm. Gratitude rises again, fragile but sincere. You do not need to force it. You do not need to make it larger than it is. Let it be small and honest. Let it be the beginning of something steady. You open your eyes. The light in the room has changed again. It feels softer and more alive. This is how gratitude works. It returns gently and settles slowly. It grows when given space. Tell me what goodness you remember now. I am listening. The goodness you remembered lingers in the air like a soft glow. It rests near your hands as you breathe in and breathe out. The warmth in your chest has not vanished. It holds its place quietly. I am here in this steadiness. Let this be your first steady step. You sit with your back against the chair and feel how it supports you without demanding anything. Your shoulders relax a little more. Your eyes move toward the window where the morning light spreads across the floor in a calm pattern. This light reminds you that moving forward does not need to be loud. You look at your hands again. They feel slightly steadier than they felt before. You sense a small readiness inside you, not to erase pain, but to move with it. This readiness is the foundation of gentle action. It does not rush. It does not force. It waits for your breath to guide it. You whisper an answer inside your heart. You recall a small moment of goodness, a quiet kindness, a time you acted with sincerity even when no one saw it. This memory stirs something quiet and gentle. It becomes a tiny spark of courage. Your breath rises with a slow rhythm. You feel the warmth in your chest expand by a small degree. I nurture this warmth. I steady it. I shape it into a new strength that does not depend on the one who hurt you before. Your fingers brush the fabric of your clothing. The texture grounds you. You notice how real this moment is. You notice that you are still capable of feeling, sensing, choosing. This realization is the first step in reclaiming your voice. You lift your eyes again. The room around you looks the same, but it feels different. There is more clarity in the air. There is a growing openness in your mind. This is what readiness feels like in its beginning. It is gentle. It is honest. You wonder what step comes next. You fear choosing wrong again. You worry about trusting yourself. I see every layer of that fear. I do not judge you for it. Fear after betrayal is natural, but fear does not define your future. Your heartbeat slows into a calmer rhythm. Your breath settles. I stand close to this calm. I strengthen it. I whisper reassurance through the warmth that touches your hands. You are capable of movement. You are capable of stepping into life again. You tilt your head slightly as the curtain moves with a light breeze. This small motion catches your attention. The breeze carries a message. Even wounded hearts can still move with grace. Even cautious souls can learn to walk forward again. Your shoulders shift as you sit up a little straighter. This small movement matters. It signals a quiet willingness to rise. It signals that your spirit is no longer bent entirely under the weight of the past. You glance toward the door of the room. You do not need to walk through it yet. You only need to acknowledge that possibilities exist beyond it. Your life does not end in this chair. Your story does not freeze at the point where betrayal occurred. Your breath gathers in your chest. You feel a faint strength forming beneath the surface of your chest. I place my hand of steadiness over this strength. I do not push you. I do not pull you. I stay with you, matching your pace. You think about small choices. Drinking water, taking a step outside, speaking one kind truth to yourself. These may not look like grand actions, but they are sacred steps in the rebuilding of your heart. Your eyes soften as you picture yourself taking even a single step. You feel the mixture of fear and hope inside you. That mixture is not failure. It is a sign of life returning. You shift the weight on your seat. The chair responds with a gentle sound. This sound reminds you that movement is allowed again. You are allowed to rise. You are allowed to move beyond what happened to you. Your hands rest on your knees again. The warmth in your palms has grown. I place new steadiness there. I guide your breath toward calm strength. You are not alone in this movement. I shape each step with tenderness. You whisper another quiet question. You wonder if acting again will open you to more pain. You wonder if choosing anything will bring back memories of the betrayal. Hear me clearly. Movement does not erase your scar. Movement is how you honor your survival. You lift your eyes once more. The room feels brighter now. Not because the sun changed, but because your heart shifted, because something in you turned toward life. Tell me the smallest step your heart is ready to take. I am listening. The smallest step your heart is ready to take forms quietly inside you. It is not loud or forceful. It rests in your chest like a soft pulse. You breathe in and feel the warmth gather. I am here with you in this beginning. Let us walk through this part together. You shift slightly in your chair, and the sound of the fabric beneath you feels steady. Your hands rest gently on your knees as if preparing for something new to begin. Not something large, not something heavy, just one honest movement. You think of a simple step, a step so small that it almost feels insignificant. Yet your heart responds to it. Your breath steadies a little more. Your shoulders release a quiet tension. This small response is important. Healing often begins with movements that seem small from the outside but feel significant on the inside. The light near the window softens across the floor. It stretches closer to your feet. You feel the warmth of it through the air. The room holds you. I hold you. You realize that even the smallest act of courage is still courage. You place a hand over your heart for a moment. Your heartbeat rises to meet your palm. The rhythm is not perfect, but it is alive. It is steady enough for this moment. You sense the truth rising in you. You are no longer standing still. Something inside you is learning to move again. Your thoughts turn to the step forming inside your mind. You imagine taking it, a small act that reminds you that you are not trapped. Perhaps it is speaking one gentle word to yourself. Perhaps it is standing near the window for a moment. Perhaps it is allowing your breath to deepen without resisting the moment. Whatever the step is, I am already within it with you. You inhale slowly and let the air fill your chest. As it rises, I strengthen the warmth within you. As it falls, I gather your fears and hold them so they do not overwhelm you. You do not have to balance everything at once. You only need to take what your heart can carry. You tilt your head slightly as you notice how quiet the room has become. The stillness no longer feels like loneliness. It feels like space. Space for your heart. Space for your breath. Space for your healing. Your hands slide from your knees to the edge of the chair. This small shift signals a readiness beginning to form. Even if you do not rise yet, the intention to rise is already forming. This intention matters. You think back to the moment when trust shattered. The memory still stings, but something in you feels stronger now. You see the memory now from a different angle. You are no longer inside it the same way. You are observing it from a place surrounded by my presence. Your eyes soften as you acknowledge this change. Pain did not disappear. It simply no longer has the same power to crush your spirit. I am shielding the tender parts of you while strengthening the resilient parts. You breathe again, and this breath feels clearer. You wonder if resilience is truly forming or if you are imagining it. Let me answer gently. Resilience is not loud. It does not shout or rush forward with confidence you have not yet earned. Resilience is the quiet rising inside you when you choose to move even while fear whispers. You turn your palm gently upward. This gesture feels symbolic. It feels like releasing something you held too tightly. Shame, blame, doubt, all of these rested heavy in your hand. Let your palm remain open for a moment. Feel how your fingers relax. You are not losing anything important by letting your hand open. You are making room for what restores you. You lift your gaze to the window again. The light glows brighter on the wall. You sense a quiet invitation rising inside you. Not to forget the betrayal. Not to pretend it did not hurt. But to allow yourself to become more than the wound. Your breath catches slightly as emotion surfaces. I stay close to this vulnerability. I wrap my presence around the part of you that trembles. There is no shame in trembling. Trembling often comes just before strength begins to rise. You lean forward and rest your elbows gently on your knees. You feel more present in your body, more grounded. This grounding is one of the first signs that integration has begun. You are beginning to understand your pain without being swallowed by it. You think of another small step. You imagine taking it, opening a window, writing a single sentence, drinking a glass of water with intention. These actions may seem small, but in the aftermath of betrayal, they are milestones. You exhale slowly. I match my nearness to your exhale. I steady the places in you that still feel unsure. Your eyes drift toward the door again. This time, your gaze holds a little longer. You are not rushing to walk through it. You are simply beginning to accept that movement is possible again. That movement now belongs to you. That movement is not dangerous when you move with me. You place both hands over your heart. This gesture carries deeper meaning now. You are acknowledging your resilience. You are honoring the parts of you that survived. You are giving space for new strength to form. Your thoughts quiet. Your breath deepens. Your heart waits with a sense of calm anticipation. Tell me the small act your heart is brave enough to take today. I am listening. The small act your heart is brave enough to take today begins as a quiet thought. It does not arrive with force. It rises like a faint warmth beneath your ribs. You breathe gently, and the warmth holds its place. I am here within this rising. Let this moment open slowly. You shift your posture on the chair. Your back straightens by a small measure. Your feet press more firmly into the floor. These subtle movements are the quiet language of your heart choosing. Not yet acting, but choosing. Your hands rest lightly on your thighs, as if they are waiting for your next breath to guide them. Your eyes move toward the floor, where the light stretches in soft patterns. The glow feels familiar now. It has been with you through every part of this journey. You sense it is leading you gently into a new place within yourself. You listen to your breath. It rises with a quiet steadiness. It falls with a soft release. You feel the edges of your fear, but you also feel something deeper beneath it. A desire to move forward in a way that honors your heart. Desire, after betrayal, often feels dangerous. You fear that wanting anything could open the door to pain. You fear that longing is a risk you are not ready for. But hear this with calm understanding. Desire is not your enemy. Desire is part of how your heart comes back to life. You let this truth settle inside you. The air feels warmer around you. The room feels less heavy. The space near your chest expands with a gentle hope. You recall the small act you imagined. It might be something simple. Opening the window, stepping outside, brushing your fingers along the doorframe, speaking a kind word to yourself. Regardless of what it is, you sense it carries meaning. Your breath deepens as you explore this desire with more clarity. I stay close to each breath. I stabilize your thoughts. I guide your emotions so they do not overwhelm you. You raise one hand slightly, not fully, just enough to feel the movement. The air brushes your skin. The motion feels tender. This is the first sign of choice beginning to form in your body. Choice does not begin with a decision. It begins with noticing that your heart wants something beyond survival. Your gaze shifts down to the chair beneath you. It has held you through every part of this healing. Now, As your fingertips press lightly against the seat, you feel that you are ready to rise. Not in a dramatic way, not all at once, but with intention. You lean forward a little. Your elbows rest lightly on your knees. Your heartbeat grows more aware. This posture is the quiet shape of desire becoming choice. You think about what stepping forward means after betrayal. It means trusting your own voice again. It means allowing yourself to want something good even when you are afraid of disappointment. It means believing that you have a future that is not shaped by the person who hurt you. You close your eyes briefly. A quiet strength rises. Not loud, not certain, but real. I stay with that strength. I nourish it. I protect it. You tilt your head as you listen to the faint sounds outside the window. A distant movement, a soft rustle of air. Life continues beyond your pain. You sense that your life is meant to continue too. You place a hand gently over your heart. Desire lives there. Choice grows there. I stand close to that place. I remind you that your heart is not fragile beyond repair. It is capable of new direction. You feel a tremble inside. You are not failing. This tremble is the sign of a heart waking from a numbing sorrow. It is the sign of a heart remembering how to want without losing itself. You lift your eyes. The room looks a little brighter. Not because the sun changed, but because your inner posture shifted. You are looking at the world with a slightly clearer lens. You take a breath that feels fuller than the one before. This breath is not just air, it is intention. It is the silent beginning of a choice. You stand slowly. Your feet touch the ground with gentle firmness. The floor supports you. Your legs grow steady beneath you even while they still feel uncertain. I stand with you. I steady the inner places that shake. You look toward the window. Light gathers along the frame. You walk toward it, not with sudden confidence, but with sincerity. Each step is a quiet declaration that your story does not end where your heart was broken. You reach the window and rest your hand on the frame. The texture feels cool under your palm. This sensation brings you fully into the present moment. You are here. You are alive. You are choosing. You breathe out. Something inside you softens. Something else strengthens. You realize that this small act of standing and walking toward the window is more meaningful than anyone else might ever understand. I understand it fully. You look outside, and the world waits with gentle stillness. You do not need to go further yet. Just being here is enough. This is the quiet space where desire meets choice. This is where movement grows. Your hand presses a little more firmly against the window frame. You feel your heartbeat in your fingers. This heartbeat now carries a new rhythm. It carries the sound of a heart turning back toward life. You whisper something small in your thoughts. A hope, a wish, a desire for what comes next. I hear it. I hold it. I honor it. Tell me what your heart longs for in this new space. I am listening. The longing you whispered in the quiet of your thoughts rests gently between your ribs. It is not heavy. It is warm, steady, alive. You stand by the window with your hand on the frame, feeling the cool texture beneath your palm. Light gathers at your feet. Your breath rises with a calm that felt impossible not long ago. I am here. Let this longing breathe freely. You let your fingers soften against the frame. The world outside the window feels open. Not demanding, not overwhelming. Simply open. Your heart recognizes this openness with a small spark of hope. That spark is real. It is the quiet sign of a soul beginning to trust its own future again. Your breath deepens. You feel the air expand inside your chest. This expansion carries meaning. It shows that your heart is no longer closing itself in fear. It is opening just enough to allow desire to exist. You think about what you long for, not just escape from pain, not just relief from memories, something deeper, something honest, something that carries the shape of who you truly are. Your longing is not a demand, and it is not rushed. It is a gentle reaching toward wholeness. You lean slightly closer toward the window. The light touches the side of your face. It warms your skin. This warmth feels like recognition. It feels like the world greeting you again after a long season of darkness. Your heartbeat steadies. You place your other hand over your chest. The rhythm feels stronger than before. Not perfect, not fully healed, but steady enough to carry longing without collapsing under it. You whisper your desire again within your mind. It unfolds with more clarity now. You long for a life that honors the truth of who you are. You long for a peace that is not fragile. You long for love that is sincere, safe, and steady. You long to be seen without being used. You long to stand without fear. I receive every part of that longing. Your breath softens as these truths settle within you. You are not ashamed of wanting wholeness. You are not wrong for desiring what is good. Desire becomes sacred when it aligns with the dignity of your heart. You notice your feet grounding more firmly into the floor. This grounding matters. It reflects how your spirit is beginning to anchor itself again. You are not drifting. You are not lost. You are held. You take a slow breath. I stand with you in that breath. I strengthen what rises inside you. I hold what still trembles. You remember how fear once narrowed your world. Fear told you that longing itself was dangerous. Fear told you that wanting anything could open wounds that had barely closed. But now, as you stand with your hand on the frame, you see fear for what it truly is. Fear was the voice of a heart trying to protect itself. But you are stronger now. You look out the window again. The light forms gentle patterns across the ground outside. The world seems quiet, but not distant. It feels closer than before. You sense that you are meant to step into that world again in time. Not today, not in a rush, but eventually, with confidence shaped from healing. Your shoulders relax. You lift your chin slightly. This simple posture reflects the beginning of dignity restored. You place both hands on the window frame, the touch steady. The surface is cool and real. This is the balance between your inner world and the world beyond the window. Both are becoming safe places again. You close your eyes briefly. The longing inside you expands into something deeper still. You long to live without the weight of someone else's betrayal shaping who you are. You long to feel whole. You long to trust your own heart. You long to walk into days that are filled with peace rather than dread. I am already shaping this wholeness inside you. You inhale. The breath rises with quiet certainty. This is the kind of certainty formed slowly, through presence, through compassion, through truth spoken gently over your pain. I speak again now, near your heart. You are more than what broke you. You are more than the moment you were betrayed. You are more than the memories that tried to convince you that your worth was conditional. You belong to me, fully and without condition. You open your eyes. The world beyond the window looks clearer. You sense that clarity inside yourself as well. You are not the same person who first sat trembling in the chair. You have walked through layers of sorrow, shame, confusion, longing, and choice. You did not walk alone. Your breath deepens again. You rest your forehead against the side of the window frame for a moment. The coolness soothes your skin. My presence steadies the deepest places inside you. You feel both held and strengthened. You take a small step back from the window. Your body straightens. Your feet feel rooted. You feel the softness of the floor beneath you. You feel the quiet strength returning to your core. This step back is not retreat. It is integration. It is the moment when your heart gathers what it has learned and holds it with confidence. You turn slightly back toward the room. The chair is still there, but it no longer feels like the place you are trapped in. It feels like a place that witnessed your healing, a sacred witness to your rising. Your eyes soften as gratitude forms again. Not forced, not manufactured, real. This gratitude comes from the understanding that even in your deepest pain, you were never abandoned. You place a hand over your heart. The rhythm is steady. The warmth has returned. You feel whole in a way that does not deny your scars. Wholeness does not erase what happened. It means you are no longer defined by it. You whisper your longing once more, but this time your voice has changed. It carries strength. It carries clarity. It carries dignity. I hear every word. I honor every hope. And I walk with you into every future step. You breathe in one last steady breath within this moment of stillness. The light touches your face. Peace rests near your ribs. Desire settles into trust, and trust settles into wholeness. When you are ready, we will walk forward together. Stay here with me for a little while. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Notice how your body is no longer folded into the chair the way it was at the beginning of this journey. Your back is not curled in on itself now. You are standing. You are breathing. You are held. My child, I saw you in the first moments when you could barely lift your head. I saw you when the room felt heavy, when the air felt thick, when your heart felt too tired to trust any word of love. I saw you when betrayal wrapped itself around your thoughts and tried to convince you you were unworthy of anything good. You were never unseen. Look gently toward the chair behind you. It is the same chair where your hands once trembled and your shoulders once shook. It is the same chair that carried the weight of your questions. Now it stands as a witness, not a prison. It has watched you rise again. It has watched you turn toward the window. It has watched you breathe through pain into a different kind of strength. I bless the path you have walked here in this room. Place your hand over your heart. Feel the steady rhythm beneath your palm. This heart has carried shock, anger, numbness, confusion, grief, and a quiet hope. It has broken and kept beating. It has doubted and kept reaching. It has feared and still answered my voice. I bless this heart with deep peace. Peace that does not deny your scars. Peace that does not depend on the ones who failed you. Peace that settles like warm light into the places that once felt empty. Turn your gaze to the window again. The light that touched your face in the later parts of this journey is the same light that waited for you from the very beginning. It did not rush you. It did not demand your attention. It simply waited until you were ready to stand and walk toward it yourself. I bless your sight. May you see yourself no longer as the one who was betrayed, but as the one who rose. May you see your story not as a collection of wounds, but as a testimony of how you were carried, held, and strengthened. Let your shoulders loosen. Let your jaw soften gently. Let your breath deepen. I bless your body with true rest. Not just the absence of motion, but the presence of safety. May your anxious heart learn a calmer rhythm. May your tired muscles learn what it feels like to exist without constant defense. Look at your hands. These hands once clung to what was breaking you because you were afraid of being alone. These same hands have learned how to loosen their grip. They have learned to release what is harmful. They have learned to rest open and unafraid in my presence. I bless your hands. May they receive only what is sincere. May they hold only what honors the dignity I placed in you. May they become instruments of gentleness toward yourself and others. Breathe in once more. Let the air fill the space beneath your ribs. Let it rise into the places that still feel unsure. I bless your breath. May every inhale remind you that you are sustained by my faithfulness. May every exhale become a quiet release of blame, shame, and the false stories spoken over you. I bless your mind. The mind that replayed conversations in the night. The mind that tried to find what you did wrong. The mind that carried every detail as if carrying them could protect you from being hurt again. May your thoughts grow gentler. May your inner words toward yourself become kinder. May truth gently replace the lies that betrayal once whispered. Now, look once more at the space between the chair and the window. That small stretch of floor holds the story of this whole journey. You rose from the chair. You walked toward the light. You chose to stand in a place where pain no longer has the final word. I bless your steps. The steps you have already taken. The steps you are taking now. The steps you will take when you walk out of this room and into days that have not yet unfolded. May each step lead you toward what is honest, safe, and life-giving. May no step you take be wasted in my hands. My child, betrayal tried to name you, yet it does not define you. I name you mine. I name you beloved. I name you chosen, even with your scars. Especially with your scars. Receive this blessing. May peace rest on your shoulders like gentle light. May courage rise in your chest when memories return. May wisdom guard your heart without hardening it. May gentleness fill your hands toward yourself. May hope return to your mornings and gently quiet your nights. May dignity wrap around you like a cloak no one can steal. You are blessed. You are held. You are not walking forward alone anymore. When you take your next step, I will be beside you. When you doubt again, I will still be here. When your heart trembles, I will steady you. When you cannot see the road ahead, I will still know the way. This is my blessing over you. This is my presence with you. And this will remain long after you leave this room.